Sai Ram students, in today's session we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 2, components of food. Let us see what all are the topics we are going to study in this chapter. We will study about first is introduction, then basic components of food, then test for detection of starch, proteins and fats in food items. Then we will study about what do the nutrients do to our body, uses of water and roughage, balanced diet and deficiency diseases. We have seen different people in the different region of our country consumes variety of food items. Some people like to eat chapati, dal and vegetables. Some people like to eat rice and sambar, which is a combination of pulses and vegetables. And some of them like to consume fish curry with appam and vegetables. If we will observe these food items that we have in our daily meal, we conclude that one of them is a grain, that is chapati or rice or maybe both of them, which are the sources of carbohydrate. Then we have dal or pulses or meat, which is the source of proteins. Then we have some vegetables, salads, that is the source of vitamins and minerals. Then we also have curd, buttermilk, pickle along with them. Here are some examples of common meals of different regions or state. In Punjab, common meal is made makke ki roti and sarson ka saag with rajma, curd and ghee. Here, makke ki roti is made from grain corn. Then dal item is made from rajma that we call as kidney beans, which is a source of protein. Vegetable is sarson ka saag along with curd and ghee. Next we will see the common meal of the region, or we can say that state, Andhra Pradesh. Here these items of grain are rice, item made of dal is tur dal, and vegetable includes kundru. And the other food items served with this are buttermilk, ghee and pickle. We consume variety of food items. Each dish is consist of different ingredients. We have seen for preparing the different food items, what do we need is ingredient. And from where do we get these ingredients, students? The sources of these ingredients we have seen in previous chapter, and that are plant sources and animal sources. But what do this ingredient contain, students? Yes, ingredient contains some components that are needed by our body. These components are known as nutrients. We have also studied about the different nutrients required by our body. What are these nutrients, children? The major nutrients in our food are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. Roughage or dietary fibers are also very essential for our body. But how do we know that our food contains all these nutrients, children? To verify these nutrients are present in the following food items, we will perform different tests for the detection of nutrients. The test for the presence of carbohydrates, proteins and fats are simpler to do as compared to the test of other nutrients. For performing these tests, we require some chemicals like iodine, copper sulfate and caustic soda solution. Let us first understand the test for carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are present in food materials as sugars and starches. To check the presence of starch, which is a carbohydrate, first we need to prepare a solution of dilute iodine. To prepare the solution of dilute iodine, we will take a test tube and we will fill half of its part with water. Now we will put few drops of tincture iodine in it and mix it well. The dilute solution of iodine is ready for the test. To carry out the test, we will take small quantity of food item in a glass bowl. Then we will add few drops of iodine solution on it. If the color of food turns to blue black, that means that food contains starch in it. However, if the blue-black color is not observed, then it means that the food does not contain starch. Here, I have shown you this test for carbohydrate with the help of potato and apple. Here, if I put or if we put few drops of iodine solution on potato, its color changes to turns to blue black. That means there is a presence of starch in potato. On the other hand, if we will put the dilute iodine solution on apple, its color does not changes to blue black color. That means apple does not contain starch. You will find the food items such as sweet potato, papaya, mango, wheat, rice, corn, such grains, you will find the starch. Now we will understand the test for protein. To test if the food item contains protein or not, we need to prepare a solution of copper sulfate. For that, we will mix 2 grams of copper sulfate powder in 100 ml of water. We need to stir this solution well so that the powder will dissolve in water properly. In similar way, we will also prepare the solution of caustic soda. For that, 10 gram of caustic soda is mixed in 100 ml of water. Then again we will stir the solution so that the caustic soda will mix in the water properly. To carry out the test for proteins, we need the food item is in the form of paste. If the food item is solid, first we will grind it to make it as powder, and then we will mix a small quantity of water to make the paste of it. As shown on the screen here, if we want to check the presence of protein in chickpeas, first we will make the powder of this chickpeas as gram dal powder, and then we'll add some quantity of water to get the gram flour paste. Once we'll get the paste of food, we will take the sample from it into a test tube. We will then add few drops of copper sulfate solution and about few drops of caustic soda into the test tube. Check if there is change in color. Yes. If not, add few drops of copper sulfate solution and caustic soda solution again in it. You will observe that violet color of the mixture is there. That represents the presence of protein in the food item. Normally, proteins are present in food items such as milk, cheese, almonds, eggs, meat and fish. Now we will understand the test for fats. If we will put a drop of oil on a piece of paper, then it becomes partially transparent. For partially transparent object, we use the word translucent. That means the object that allow only some light to pass through it. We will use this fact to test the food contains fats or not. First, we'll take food sample on a filter paper. Then we'll fold the paper and then we'll crush the food sample kept in it. You will see oily stains or patches on the paper. Let the paper dry for some time so that if the food sample contains water, then it will get evaporated. Now observe the stain or oily patch. If the stain or oily patch is translucent, it means that the food contains fat. If not, then fat does not contain in it. Normally, you will see that food items such as groundnut, cheese, almonds, butter, chocolate, coconut, sunflower seed contains fats in it. From this, we conclude that if we'll add few drops of iodine on the food item, we will see the change of color of the solution or the change of color of food material to blue-black color. That represents the presence of carbohydrate in that food item. Next, if we will add some water in the food item that we need to test for protein, and in that if we'll add 2 drops of copper sulfate solution and 10 drops of caustic soda, and if the color of the solution changes to violet color, that means the protein is present in that food item. And the next is to check the presence of fats. Is very simple. For that we need to wrap the food item on the paper and then we need to crush it, and if you see oily patch on the paper, that means fats are present in that food item. If you will not be able to see that oily patch on the paper, that means fat is not there in that food item. So children, I hope you got the good knowledge of this topic to how to test the presence of carbohydrates, proteins and fats in the given food material. Here children, I am ending today's session. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye children.